So the big thing that every outdoor living contractor needs to have on their website is video content. This is my hot take, and it's not because we mostly do video, but it really is the thing that's going to separate you from your competition. I want you to just pause the video, go into ChatGPT and have it write a blog post for you. Okay, say, hey, I want to write a blog post for my outdoor living company. I want it to rank on Google, blah, 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 blah. It's going to put out a pretty damn good blog post, right? Something that you would have to pay somebody like $1 or like 10 cents per word to write years ago. Okay, you'd have to actually get a copywriter to write this, do research, blah, blah, blah. Now it can bang out an 800-word article, no problem, okay? And it's actually a good article. And so do that, take a look at it. And if you're paying a person for SEO, this is what they're doing, all right? They're writing articles like this and putting it on your website, which is fine. But I want you to think about this, okay? When somebody searches into Google, like somebody goes and types into Google, they search something, Google is pulling stuff from a bunch of different websites to find information that answers that question, then present it. Now, you used to have to click and open a page and read through it, and then go to the next page and click and open a page and then go through it, read the next page. Now Google, not now, a few years ago, Google introduced their quick answer page, right? So it's the first thing that comes up and it automatically pulls a snippet from a website that it thinks is a good one. And that automatically gets you to spot number 1 with the snippet. This hurt a lot of website people. I was doing a lot of blog stuff at the time, and it was a big deal because now people didn't have to click on the website to get the answer they were looking for. And if nobody's clicking on the website, then you're not getting ad revenue, right? If no one's viewing the ads on your website, you're not getting ad revenue. So people were pissed. Ultimately, we started optimizing our websites for the snippet, right? We wanted to get the snippet that you do a bold answer that directly answers the search query that you're trying to target, and that typically got you the snippet, all right? Now things are changing again because from this snippet, now we just have Gemini pulling up a whole answer, and that answer isn't really referencing one website. This answer is referencing a bunch of different websites and a bunch of different blog posts. But there's a bunch of posts over here that all kind of answer the question, and then Gemini, or if you type it into ChatGPT, it's gonna serve you this answer here, right? And what we wanna do is we wanna be this website. We wanna be one of these websites that is giving this information to show up here. So the way you optimize that's going to be very different. And you're like, oh my God, where are you going? That's a great question. The point of this is, if your agency is just using GPT to write a blog post for your business, it's very inauthentic. Like, it may be accurate, but it's very inauthentic. But then guess what? Guess who else is also writing inauthentic articles with ChatGPT? You, competitor, everybody. Okay, and so when you're like this just is the opposite of standing out. You essentially want to look like this and authentic. You want to be authentic. You want to stand out because I can't draw the ChatGPT logo, but just any LLMs, as they're trying to serve the answers to the customer, they're pulling information from the websites, right? It needs to be trained. It needs to have human input so that it's accurate. Like, if it's just regurgitating shit that it wrote and like small percentages of it make stuff up, then we've got a whole bunch of false information here. We've got a whole bunch of inauthentic content, and it's gonna start to crave more content like this to reference, right? This is how it's going right now. What you need to do is be this. And what I'm not telling you to do is stop using ChatGPT. It's still very beneficial, but you need to use it in a way that leverages your authentic voice, okay? And the way that we do this is by creating a lot of videos, and then we can create posts and content. We can repurpose content. We can create emails. We can create all of this stuff with ChatGPT using your authentic voice in the transcript of the video that you create. So you have an authentic video, and then you have authentic copy, authentic blog posts, authentic emails coming off of that video that you created. And this is what we're doing with the clients, and it's having a crazy impact because all of a sudden their blog posts are way different than their competitors. Their blog posts are standing out. Their blog posts have authority to them. Their blog posts have a solid YouTube video that's driving that information, all right? And so one, check if your website person is just regurgitating ChatGPT articles. They're putting out content. It's really, maybe it's slowly working now, but it's really gonna stop. As everyone's starting to do this, it's not gonna help you stand out. What you wanna start doing is video-based content. It's authority. It's building you up as the authority, and it's authentic, okay? And so what we started doing is we have a website checklist now, okay? So we have our main pages, like homepage, about page, mission page, contact, financing, whatever. So we have these main pages here, okay? We have a video talking about the business. We have a video talking about the business, the people in the business, what you do, how you do it. We have a video talking about the mission, the purpose that they serve. We have a video talking about how to get in contact. We have a video talking about financing and financing options, okay? With this information, the copy for these pages becomes a lot more authentic, right? And this is the tip of the iceberg, because then the big one that you want to create is a learning center. And this is essentially your blog post hub. This is where all of your posts go. But your post should be educational, right? So you're shifting it to a learning center. And where this gets really interesting is now you have a video about pools and spas and pavers. And these are just services. Turf, okay? And you have videos explaining every single one of these things. Now, these aren't even the learning center yet. These are just service pages. So now you're gonna show up a lot higher in AI for turf. If you create an authentic video talking about the cost of turf, the cost drivers of turf, the installation process, the installation timeline, good, better, best options. If you talk about all of those things in video and then you create a really badass article based on the video using your authentic voice, it's not regurgitated ChatGPT bullshit. It's gonna stand out. So you start to do this. Now, once the whole site's built out with all of your services, all of your main pages, then you start with the learning center. So a good example of this is like travertine coping versus cool deck, or something like that. 60-ounce turf versus 100-ounce turf. Right, so these are like more educational things that you would create. Honestly, if you were running a YouTube channel, you would create something interesting like this, right? Things that answer questions, things that show expertise. And again, this is YouTube first, okay? So you start your video off, hey guys, we install a lot of turf out here in Arizona, and the big question we get asked is, which is better, 60 ounce or 100 ounce? They range in price a little bit. And so in this video, I'm gonna do a couple tests on 60 ounce versus 100 ounce turf and explain the differences for you. That way you can make the most informed decision. Boom, get into it. I don't know, just start stress testing it. Start talking about infill and all that shit that goes with it, right? Your homeowner is gonna wanna consume this content. They might find it on YouTube, they might find it on the blog post, they might watch it on the blog post. Like, this is stuff that ChatGPT is pulling from to figure out how to give an answer. Because does ChatGPT really know which one's better? No, it learned it, it's been trained, okay? And if you can be the reference or the video on it, if a customer asks that, like, just imagine this, okay? This is the scenario that's really, really gonna happen here very soon. It's probably already happening. Homeowner gets a quote from your competitor. Your competitor quotes them 100-ounce turf at, I don't know, $11 a square foot, okay? This is the quote. Now, the homeowner is like, well, is there a cheaper option? It asks ChatGPT, hey, I got a quote for 100-ounce turf. Is this a good price? And it's like, oh, it's an okay price. It's a little bit high, but there's also other options. Do you really need 100-ounce turf? And he's like, oh, well, what's the difference in 60 versus 100? And ChatGPT is going to give it an answer. It's going to say, oh, well, it's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit smaller. It requires a little bit less infill, less maintenance, but it's not going to last as long or something like that, right? It's going to break that down. But if you have a YouTube video explaining that, you have a YouTube video breaking that down, guess what also shows up on the answer page? That YouTube video, right? It's pulling that. Like, I've searched on ChatGPT and gotten an answer with an embedded YouTube video. It's actually kind of crazy. And so whether they type that into GPT or Google or anything like that, you're creating content like this. Because the other piece here is from this, you doing these tests, you making these videos, you get tons and tons of short form content that you can post on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Instagram's showing up on Google as a search engine. So if you search 60 versus 100 ounce turf on Google, chances are you have a video on that with a big explanation in the caption. It's gonna also show up on Google. Your blog posts show up on Google. Your YouTube video show up on Google. You embed the two together, show up on Google. Like, what we have to do here, oh, I was drawing it. This is what I drew, okay? You couldn't see it, but anyway. What we have to do here is we have to get really tactical. Things are changing fast. And if you fail to adapt to that, if you fail to lean into it and shift the way that you market your business, you're gonna get left behind. Like there's just no other way to it. The people who are embracing this are getting way ahead, way quicker. Like the gap is just getting farther and farther apart from those businesses that are crushing it and those aren't. And very soon it's gonna be very hard to get up here. So this is a quick thing. I put together a school community for outdoor living contractors, pool builders, so that we can all just connect and learn from each other. I do free trainings in there. I've got courses and just ways to help you guys out and give you that education. If you're interested on what this looks like, there's a link below to book a discovery call. We can hop on. I can see if I can help you build this out. It's a lot of work. It's not very cheap, but something we can do if your business needs it. So, all right, we'll see you guys in the next video.